looking for leaders. Is this opportunity restricted to leaders only or non-leaders?
It's not, is it restricted to leaders, but what are leaders? What are the qualities of a leader? And so I'm not sure if you came in late, but at the beginning of the session, what we mean by leadership is the ability to influence people. That's what leadership is. So it's not whether you're the director in your office or you're the highest ranking person in your business. That's not what we mean by leadership, or you're politically active. That's not what we mean. What we mean is your ability to influence people. This program, I'm particularly passionate about this program because this program really does belong to President Obama. And if you think about his life, if you know about his life, what he did before he became president was community activism. He worked in Chicago in a non-governmental organization before he got into politics. And what he discovered was he was able to influence people. Not because he was a high-ranking person, he was just a regular person in his community. And all of a sudden, he was able to get people to help them improve their community in Chicago. When President Obama decided he wanted to go in politics, he chose a seat that he was going to run for. And guess what? He lost. He lost badly. He lost 70% to 30%. But he kept persisting because he believed that he could influence people. Eventually, he won an election, and 8 years later, he became president. All of you in this room have leadership potential. And leadership means influencing people to do something to improve their lives. I don't think there's one person in this room who doesn't have that quality. So you are definitely eligible if you have that quality, and I'm sure you have that quality. It doesn't have to mean that you have accomplished everything that you wanted to accomplish. It means that you have to have potential and commitment and persistence. And that's what we're looking for. And that's why President Obama's picture is on this, because that's what he represents. To me, as an African American, when I see this program, I know that it speaks to each of you. We all have that potential. We just have to realize that potential. And that is why this program is so important. But it's not limited to people who've accomplished the most in life. It's the people who have the potential to change the way things are in their community. The second question was, can teachers apply? Can they apply? The answer is yes. We always have teachers who are part of the program. And those teachers could be in the university, or they could be non-governmental, or they could be in the business sector. For example, some people work and see teaching as a business, right? So you start a school, you charge people, you make money. Perhaps that's a business. Perhaps you work as a non-profit organization, not to make money, but to influence people and change people's lives. What we want you to do if you apply as a teacher is tell us why you're teaching. What is your objective? Is your objective to help people by sharing your knowledge and educating people? Is it to improve people's lives through a business model? Both are equally important. All the universities, almost all the universities in the United States are non-profit. They're non-governmental. Some are governmental, but they're all non-profit. So when you choose one of the 3 tracks, you have to choose which track you're in. So if you're not working for the government, that's out. But what is your aspiration? Would you like to start a school that does something in the nonprofit sector with your skills as a teacher? That's what I want you to tell me in your application. We welcome teachers because teachers are really the core of leadership in many countries. And so we hope you apply as a teacher. Okay? More questions?
Are only teachers are expected to apply? I mean, academicians are expected to apply. What about those people who are in the business sector, civic leadership sector, and the like? So I think you will reply. I mean, from the previous one, as I know, there are contractors who attend this fellowship. I mean, who are business people. In their batch, there are entrepreneurs who are working in this coffee sector, who are in the business track. There were individuals from civil society organizations who are working in the NGO. And there are individuals like Daud who came from academic institutions like Samara University. So, of course, from all sectors.
So, just to make sure that that's clear, there are 3 different areas which we're looking for people. Business and entrepreneurship, civic leadership, and public management. So the choice you have to make is one of those 3. But we're looking for equal numbers of people in each category. So one of those categories should fit everyone. Additional question? I know you guys have questions.
So, if so, can we consider, would you consider our teaching experience as a supporting document as complete for this fellowship?
So, yes, we would consider that as a supporting
program. እዚህ ካሉ ኤሊጂቢሊቲ ክራይቴሪያዎች ሴሌክሽን ክራይቴሪያዎችን የሚደግፍ ዶኩመንት ቢሆን ነው። የኔን ኤክስፒሪየንስ ሼር ላደርጋለሁ። ለምሳሌ ወጣት ክራይቴሪያ ፎር ሴሌክሽን ይላል። አንዱ የሴሌክሽን ክራይቴሪያ ምንድን ነው? ላንጉዌጅ ስኪል ሊሆን ይችላል ወይ ደግሞ የመጨረሻ ኮሚትመንት ሪተርን ቱ አፍሪካ። ስለዚህ የሆኑ ዶኩመንቶች ካሉ ይሄንን ሰፖርት ሊያደርግ የሚችል ዶኩመንት የትኛው ነው ብዬ እመርጣለሁ። IDLP የሚባል ፌሎሺፕ ነበራቸው እነሱ ኢንተርናሽናል ቪዚተር ሊደርሺፕ ፕሮግራም። በዚህ ፕሮግራም ከኢትዮጵያ ዩኒቨርሲቲዎች 6 ሰው ወስዶ ነበርና በነዛ ተወዳድረው ሄጄ ነበር። ስለዚህ ካሉ ዶክመንቶች ያን ዶክመንት አታቻለ። ለምን በዛ ዶክመንት ሄጄ እንደተመለስኩ ለዚህኛው ኤቪደንስ ነው ማለት ነው። አንደርስታንድ ኮሚትመንቴን ያሳያል ማለት ነው። ሌላ ሁለት ቃል ማናታችን ማለት ነው። ላንጉዌጅ ስኪል ነው። እዚህ ቶክል ዶክመንት በአይዲስ ሊኖር ይችላል። ያን ብታስገባው ሴሌክሽን ክራይቴሪያ ውስጥ ኤሊጂብል ሆኑ ማለት ነው። እዚህ ዋይዝ ተጠቀሙበት። ሶስት በተኖቹን ማስተርስ ስላታች ማድረግ ምንም ላይ ነው። ማስተርስ አለኝ ካል ለኢንተርቪው ኢንቫይት ተደረግ ገና ስትገባ ዶክመንት እያሳይ ስለምትገባ ያንን አሳይዋል። ግን ሴሌክሽን ክራይቴሪያውና ኤሊጂቢሊቲውን ተች የሚያደርጉ ዶክመንቶች ካላችሁ እነዛ ናቸው። የአይኤልቲኤስ ስኮፕ ኮሚትመንታችሁ የሚያሳይ ውጭ ደርሶ የመጣ ካለ አውሮፓ ከሆነ ያንን መጣች ታረግ ጥሩ ነው። ሌላ ጥያቄ ካላችሁ በመለስ ጊዜ
ይችላል። ኢትስ አን ኦፖርቹኒቲ። ስለዚህ እዚህ የመጣ ነው የእናንተን ማንኛውም ጥያቄ ለመመለስ ስለሆነ ዩዝ ዲስ ኦፖርቹኒቲ። ያለ የተመረጡ ከተሞች ላይ ነው እየተባለ ያለው። ሌሎች ከተሞች ላይ ይህን ኦፖርቹኒቲ ማያገኘዋል። ጀስት ዳውድ ላስት ይር እንዳላገኘው ማለት ነው። አልነበረም ላስት ይር እንደዚህ አይነት
I was just a little bit confused. There is another 6 weeks to stay to do an internship. If an applicant is going to be late. My question is there another interview or a selection process for the second week? The 6 weeks stay after finishing the first phase of the scholarship. Thank you.
I came here to ATEC. Actually, I was from Addis, and I think this kind of program that this
fellowship is a little bit of different. Sir, if you know Access Micro Scholarship Program, I have attended there for 2 years in St. Mary's University. And what I gotta ask you is that this program, did this program consider the young fellows, like undergraduate program students? That's my question.
Really interested in filling out this application, give yourself enough time to do it. Ask your friends to help you out and read it when you're finished. Take a look at this document. This document, like Dawood said, didn't exist last year, but they put all their experience and advice into this document. If you read this document, it will really help you fill out a better application. And we're available to answer questions. And we just encourage you to see this as a good opportunity. So we want you to come.
So when you fill the application, please do not rush up yourself. For me, it took me like a month to fill the application. I feel something, when I read it doesn't make sense, I have to delete it again. Again, I feel it creates confusion with another question. It goes against one of my answers. So again, I have to delete it. Do and redo it again. So once you are done before you submit it, make sure that you don't create any spelling error. Make sure that it makes sense to you. Make sure that you highlight all your experiences, leadership experience, and especially the volunteerism work that you have done. If you volunteer for 3 days or a week or 2 weeks in an organization, that will earn you a good credit. More than your master's degree. You don't even need to have a master's degree. I remember one of my classmates in the University of Delaware. She did not even complete her high school education. She did not even complete her high school education, but she had a great influence in her community. She was a leader. So more than your education or your documents, with volunteerism activities and the influence that you have on your community, that will earn you good credit. So take time. You don't have to start it and finish it today. So start it, read it. So make sure that you meet all the requirements, grammar, English, use important words, and then present yourself in a very bold and honest way. Do not try to copy any application from anyone. What happened last year? From 2015 Mandela Washington Fellows of Ethiopia, 13 people were selected. And then I remember it was 10 days before our departure to the United States. One of the guys was disqualified because he copied two lines of statements from last year's application. Can you imagine? He took only 2 lines. So there is a software that will track your plagiarism activities. So do not copy, just present yourself. You may seek advice from people, from last year's applicants, from fellows, but do not take their application. So I hope you do everything, and I wish you good luck. I'm sure you will make use of the quotas that we have at the region in the gender balance. Thank you so much.
All right. Once again, guys, thank you for coming. I know it's Saturday, you have other things to do. And so I hope we've exhausted all your questions. If anybody has a last minute question, raise your hand. But I just want to thank you for coming today. I want to encourage you to apply to this program. And if you applied last year, to apply again to this program. I did know that it took 2 years before he got into this program, but that's the spirit of the program, persistence. So it's been a pleasure to meet you, and I hope to see at least a few of you in Addis Ababa for the interview. Good luck. Thank you.
ጉግል አድርጉ። የ24 የ25 አልሙናይ ታገኛላችሁ በስማቸው ወይም 24 የአልሙናይ ኢትዮጵያ ስትሉ ፌስቡክ ላይ ትሬነር አድርጋችኋቸው እርሱን ማለት ትችላላችሁ። ጥያቄ ሲኖራችሁ ማለት እየሞላችሁ
All right.
Right now.